Hello and welcome to Chabot News for April 19th, 2017. I'm Sunny. In today's news, we'll have the latest on Hernandez. Christian will give us a recap on the first weekend of Coachella, and Kareem will report on the Golden State Warriors' first game of the postseason. All that and more on Chabot News. A man fatally shot 3 people in downtown Fresno, California during a Tuesday morning spree at 4 different locations, authorities allege. Corey Ali Muhammad, 39, allegedly fired 16 shots beginning at about 10:45 a.m., the Los Angeles Times reports. When he was arrested, Muhammad allegedly dove on the ground and yelled, "Allahu Akbar," which means God is great in Arabic. Fresno Police Chief Jerry Dyer told reporters at a press conference. Dyer called the attack a random act of violence and said it was too early to say if the alleged attack was terrorism. Muhammad's statements to officers and his social media posting allegedly indicate that he does not like white people. Muhammad was wanted in connection with the fatal shooting of a security guard last Thursday, Dyer said. According to Dyer, all 3 victims were white and that they appear to have been chosen randomly. 2 of the fatal victims were shot outside a Catholic Charities location on Fulton Street. Fresno City spokesman Mark Sandriff said county offices were placed on lockdown and citizens were told to shelter in place. Now with the latest around the Chabot campus, here's Zena.
Thanks, Sonny. Hayward Police Department Interim Chief of Police Mark Kohler is hosting another Coffee with a Cop event on Thursday, April 27th from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. in Building 400, Room 403. Chabot students, faculty, and staff will have the opportunity to meet and talk with the Chief of Police and ask questions regarding policing within the community. Kohler and his staff would be more than welcome to have casual and respectful conversations about your particular concerns and questions. So make sure you stop by. Refreshments will be served during the event as well. Once again, Coffee with a Cop will take place on Thursday, April 27th from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. in room 403. Back to you, Sonny.
Thanks, Zena. Former New England Patriots football player Hernandez was found dead this morning after hanging himself in his prison cell. Hernandez was serving his life sentence for murder at the Suiza Baranowski Correctional Center in Shirley, Massachusetts. According to the Massachusetts Department of Correction, Hernandez used his bed sheet and attached it to his cell window. He also attempted to block his door from the inside by jamming the door with various items. The death of the former NFL star comes less than a week after he was acquitted in a 2012 double murder and after being convicted for the 2013 killing of Odin Lloyd. Police officers are still on scene investigating the suicide. The troubled star, Micah Katt Williams, pleaded no contest Monday to second-degree robbery for stealing a celebrity photographer's camera. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office announced Williams was immediately sentenced to 3 years probation in order to complete 54 weeks of anger management classes. The DA's office said in a statement the felony charge stemmed from a September 5, 2014 incident outside Filmon Studios in Beverly Hills. Prosecutors said Williams and former hip-hop mogul Marion Suge Knight took photographer Leslie Redden's camera during a confrontation. The two pleaded not guilty at an October 2015 arraignment, but Williams eventually changed his plea to no contest. Redden filed the civil suit against the pair in June 2015. The female photographer alleged Knight accused her of taking pictures of his son and threatened her with violence. She also claimed Williams and an unidentified woman pulled the camera from her neck and knocked her to the ground, causing a concussion and injury to both hands. And now, here's Daniel Imani with the wrap-up of this year's Carnival.
Chabot College has had another successful spring carnival for their students. Now in its second year, the Inter-Club Council provided free food, free rides with mini games and prizes. Music was provided by our very own KCRH radio station with DJs of all genres. I spoke with Nishan Jones from the Inter-Club Council, and she told us why these events are so important to Chabot College.
It's a really great way for people to come together and just have a good time, and that's something that doesn't really happen a lot here at Chabot, so we wanted to, bring that back. It just brings back a wholesome campus feel, which is something that community colleges don't really have compared to universities, and we want that to be something that students here see and feel, just like at a four-year.
Students were stuffing their faces with nachos, corn dogs, and cotton candy, while other students were enjoying the thrill rides that now filled this usually empty courtyard. I was able to walk around the build site last week and had the chance to speak with the foreman of Classic Amusement, George DeLevo. With 25 years of experience in the carnival business, he is no stranger to screams and thrills.
So this year we've got a Roundup, which is a real thrill ride. We've got the Lupo Plane, which is a 32-foot upside-down thrill ride. We have a Wild Raft ride, which is kind of a medium middle thrill. And then we have, which is the always popular 100-foot, 3-lane super slide. I mean, it's a great student community outreach. The college has given back to the students on campus, and it's really been well received by the students.
Well, here's to another successful carnival, and we can't wait until next year. Back to you in the studio.
Heavy rains have washed away part of the hillside behind a retirement community in Pinot, causing a massive collapse that has crept up to the edge of the residential building and caused the collapse of a road and parking lot. The Bay Park Retirement Community is on the 2600 block of Appian Way, and nearby homeowners stopped by to see the damage, concerned about the damage of more erosion. The Bay Park Retirement Community is one of 306 centers operated nationwide by the Holiday Retirement Group. Spokesman Brian Fox addressed the problem by stating, "We're working with the City of Pinot's building department and have hired on our structural and geological engineers to assess the situation and determine how we can get this resolved quickly." And now with the latest on the entertainment world, here's Christian.
Thanks, Sonny. Clouds of a particular sweet fragrance will fill the sky on Thursday, April 20th. The annual cannabis holiday, formerly known as 420, has returned. Nowhere will compare to the gathering on Hippie Hill in San Francisco. All indulgers of the culture will be there, from amateurs who don't know how to roll up yet to the multi-strain handling cannabis connoisseurs. With recent victories in state legislation, many believe the local law enforcement will be more accommodating than previous years. The event has been shut down before. There were multiple arrests made, and the use of police force was there too. But at this year's celebration, Conmouth will be the only casualty of this event. 2017 marks the first year that Hippie Hill will be officially permitted and sanctioned, which will include porta potties, security, emergency medical teams, fencing around the event areas, various DJs, food vendors, and cleaning crews. Hippie Hill is in the Sharon Meadows area of Golden Gate Park. If you plan to attend, BART will be the best form of transportation as the event adds more traffic to the already compacted flow. All adults are welcome. The extended smoke session starts at 9 a.m. until dusk, and the admission is free. Expected attendance is more than 10,000 people. Many celebrated this weekend, but Easter was not the only occasion. The annual two-weekend event, also known as Flocella, wrapped up its first round of performances in Indio. Coachella showcases popular and established musical artists as well as emerging artists and reunited groups. The whole lineup includes artists from other genres like rock, indie, hip-hop, and electronic dance music, as well as arts installations and sculptures that will take a few minutes to read. The roster includes artists such as XXYYXX, Thundercat, What's So Not, Sam Galatri, Muramasa, Gucci Mane, Future, Mac Miller, Travis Scott, and Kendrick Lamar. Coachella is well known for having special guest appearances, so why would this year be anything different? On Saturday, Future brought out Drake, Migos, and Ty Dolla $ign, but it didn't stop there. DJ Khaled performed with Migos, 2 Chainz, Rick Ross, A$AP Ferg, French Montana, Sway Lee, and Wale. Highlights included Ferg's work in Shabba, 2 Chainz' birthday song, Rick Ross' Trap Trap Trap, and Migos' Bad and Bougie, which was performed twice. Kendrick Lamar closed out the concert with features from Travis Scott, Future, Schoolboy Q, and tracks from his newest project, Damn, just 2 days after the album dropped. Social media was going crazy, just keeping up with fans posting during the musical weekend. If you missed out, there's plenty of footage online, or you can cash out for Coachella's second weekend, which starts April 22nd. Well, that's all for entertainment this week. Back to you, Sonny.
Thanks, Christian. Police are looking for a suspect in an armed bank robbery that happened in Antioch Monday afternoon, a police sergeant said today. Police responded to a call from Umpqua Bank at 3700 Lone Tree Way around 4:30 p.m. Antioch Police Sergeant John Fortner said the suspect is described as an older white man wearing a baseball hat and glasses, fled on foot before police arrived, Fortner said. He was able to get away with an undisclosed amount of cash. No one was injured during the robbery. Anyone with information about the case is asked to call Detective Gonzalez with the department's 39 Violent Crimes Unit at 925-779-6942 or to text a tip to 274637 using the keyword Antioch. Moving on to our Scoops on Hoops, here's Kareem.
Thank you, Sonny. The playoffs started again last Saturday, April the 5th. 11 games been played already and 3 more to go tonight. The Warriors won the game against Trail Blazers and they got one more game tonight. Hopefully they will finish it with another victory. All the expectations and the result predicting that the Warriors may win the tournament this year since they're doing very good since the starting of the season, plus the good performance of the players which makes them so hard to be defeated. The UEFA Champions League games that leads to the semi-final been played last night. One of them, and the most important one, is Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. In the first game, Real Madrid won 2-1, and that made Bayern Munich was looking for victory in the second game. But Real Madrid even make it worse by scoring 4-2, and Cristiano has scored a hat-trick, plus 2 goals in the last game. That makes it 5 goals in equal against the best goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer. Another important game is Barcelona versus Juventus, and the second game is playing today afternoon. Barcelona's player will definitely try to make it up of what happened the last one. The last game they lost 3-0, which is very weird considering Barcelona, one of the biggest teams in Europe. And now they are under pressure because the game is going in their city, on their stadium, between their fans. They have no other choice except winning. That's it for sports this week. Back to you, Sonny.
Thanks, Kareem. Steve Stevens, who was the suspect in the Cleveland Facebook killing, shot and killed himself after a pursuit in Erie County, Pennsylvania this morning. Stevens allegedly killed 74-year-old Robert Godwin Sr. in Cleveland Sunday afternoon and later posted a video of the killing on Facebook. The armed and dangerous Stevens had been on the run since Sunday. The manhunt was nationwide and billboards around the country have been plastered with Stevens' photo. A McDonald's employee spotted and recognized Stevens and called 911. Authorities came to arrest Stevens, and following the 2-mile pursuit, Stevens' car spun out of control. Then Stevens pulled out a pistol and killed himself. Stevens was pronounced dead at the scene. Well, that's it for Chabot's news this week. Thanks to all the students and staff in the Mass Communications Department here at Chabot College for making this production possible. You can watch us anytime online at youtube.com/ChabotTV. Stay tuned to KCTH Channel 27 for more Chabot TV.